Hi everyone. Well, it's almost Halloween. So today we've got some tricks for our treats that's going to make them spooktacular. So stay with me and let's go to the kitchen. I'll be right back. Hi friends, thank you so much for joining me. My name is BJ. I'm the reluctant retiree, and today I've got something really special planned for you. We're going to do some tricks with our treats since Halloween is coming up, and I thought I would share them with you. We're going to do some cupcakes for my grandchildren, and I'm going to take them over probably this afternoon when I get them made. And just as a pre-Halloween treat, I guess. But some of you might be planning to go to a potluck, maybe, in your community. You might be having a potluck and might want something to really, really spook out your friends. This is the dessert for you. But if you want to make something for your grandchildren or your great-grandchildren, or maybe there's a little nursery around the street or around the corner that you might want to do something special for the kids there, this is the treat for you. So what we're going to do today is make some cupcakes, and we're going to put a little twist on them. So we're going to go right into it and get started. I'm going to tell you what you're going to need. Now you can use any cake mix. I'm using a yellow butter cake mix, and this is Duncan Hines, but you can use any kind of cake mix you want. We're going to need some eggs. Now, this is where our tricks come in. It calls for 3 eggs. We're going to use 4 eggs. And it calls for, it calls for 3/4 cups of water. We're going to use 3/4 cups of milk. And then we're going to use the 7 tablespoons of butter. Now, I can tell you, if you've never tried this, it really works. It really takes your cake mix to another level. And the cake is so good, it's so moist, it's so tender, and it tastes like you made it from scratch. So we can just kind of tease our people and say, oh yeah, I made that from scratch today, didn't I? But anyway, I digress as I usually do. Anyway, we're gonna get started. So I already got my cake mix in my bowl. I'll get you down, excuse me, I'll get you down here where you can see what I'm doing. I've already preheated my oven to 350. And I've got my cake mix in here. We're gonna go ahead and add the eggs. I got 4 eggs we're gonna put in. And you know how I do. I have to do it. Look at each egg to make sure it's kosher. There's 1. I don't know if any of you noticed today, but I have on my doggy Halloween shirt. I figured I'd get some wear out of it since this is probably the last time I'll have it on until Halloween. So that's the 3rd one. We're going to add the 4th one. These are beautiful eggs. There, that's 4 eggs. Let me grab the butter. That's still a little warm. I'm going to leave it sitting there while I grab the milk out of the refrigerator. Like I said, it calls for 3/4 cup of milk. Let me get my glasses on. I tell you, I have to have my glasses. Seems like for everything now. I don't know if you guys are like that or not. I have got just enough milk. Look at that. There you go. 3/4 cup of milk. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add the butter in. That's 3/4 cup. No, I'm sorry, 7 tablespoons of butter. And I'm gonna give it a mix over here. So bear with me, we're gonna have a little noise. Scrape down in the bottom, make sure we got it all mixed well. Sometimes that cake mix likes to hang out at the bottom of the bowl. There we go. Sounds like my oven's ready. Okay. Let me get you up here, I want to tell you. We're going to do something today that I've never done. So if it messes up, if I make a mess of it, it'll be because I've never done this before. So I'm experimenting here right on my YouTube video. We're going to use these Tulip cupcake holders. They're called liners, cupcake tulip liners. I've never worked with these before. And I looked it up online, and there's some people some of ambitious cooks out there make these by hand. I ordered these from Amazon, but you can get them from Walmart or any of your bakery stores that sell supplies. You can pick these up. I chose the black because I thought that would go with our theme. So, I'm using a silicone muffin pan, and I have it put in a tray because you know they get really floppy. So let me pull this over. Let me grab some spoons. Okay, what it said too, some of the tips on baking with these is to spray the silicone tin before you put your tulip parchment paper. They're made out of parchment paper. So I'm gonna give it a light dusting just on the tins themselves. But I want to show you what I decided to do. These parchment paper tins are just a little bit too big for my silicone holder. So what I decided to do was to see when I fill it up, see if it gets more substantial. And if it doesn't, I'm going to use a cupcake liner under it and then just take it out. But they come like this, and they have a holder, I guess, to help it hold its shape. So I'm hoping that when I get my cake mix in here, that's going to give it enough filler to make it more substantial. It said fill them about 2/3 full. But it makes a beautiful cupcake. I know it's more of a specialty bakery product. I know you've probably been to a bakery and maybe have gotten a muffin or a cupcake. And they just add a little special touch to your cupcakes. And I thought the kids would really enjoy these. Now I have another surprise for you. So when we get these in the oven and get them baked, I'm going to show you what that is. So let me get this cake mix out. Beater's out. I think the ghost and the goblins and the witches got with me today. I'm always a little bit unorganized. Okay, we're gonna try this. I'm using 2 spoons, and I'm going to see if this will work to fill these up without it being messy. So let's see how we do here. Okay. That's looking pretty good. That's 2 tablespoons. I'm going to use 1 more. So that looks like that will be about right. You see that? Okay, I'm going to get the next one going. So I think 3 of these tablespoons. Looks like that's going to make it about 2/3 full, which is what the experts said to do. So I'm going to go ahead. Okay, we've got them filled up. I've got them filled up, and let me see if I can show you. I'll bring you down. You might can see it a little bit better if I bring you down so you can see the whole pan. And I was right, because when I filled them up, they're pretty substantial, so they're gonna do fine, I think. Anyway, let me tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put these in the oven and let them bake for 350. Listen to me, what's wrong with me this morning? 350 degrees. And it said 15 to 18 minutes, but since it's in these kind of cups, I'm going to check them, and I'll let you know how long it takes if it takes longer. I don't know that it will, but what we're gonna do when we come out, we're gonna let them cool, and then we're going to make a buttercream frosting. And the buttercream frosting, we're gonna pipe on, which I've never done, so we'll see. See, it's all new stuff for me too, which we're gonna pipe it in so we can make them really pretty. And then the next thing we're gonna do, and this is a great little trick. We have edible spider webs. We have some edible black cats. We have, let's see, let me show you. Here's our black cat. And all of these are edible. I didn't even know there was such a thing. And I had the idea one day, I said, I wonder what I could put on there to decorate them. And I went to Amazon. There is an edible spider web. I thought the kids would get a real kick out of this. Let's see, oh, here, let me show you this one. This is an edible bat. So we'll see, I think the kids will really enjoy it. And actually, if you're taking it to a party, you know, with folks your age, and I know when we were in Florida, we always had a Halloween party in the community. And so your friends will just be amazed that they can eat the cat or the spider web or the pumpkin or whatever. So anyway, that's a cute little trick. So anyway, I'm gonna get these in the oven, and I'll let you know how long it takes them to bake, and then I'll be... Okay, our cupcakes are done. And I'm gonna bring you down and let you see what they look like. I'm gonna put them on a cooling rack. I think I filled them too full though, because I think maybe 2 tablespoons will do. But anyway, you can see what you think. And it takes about 30 minutes for these babies to cook. So you can see that I might have filled them way too full. We'll see. That's how we learn though. Trial and error. I think they'll be really, really pretty when I get them done. We get them fixed. Get them all iced up. It says let them cool completely before you put the, before you ice them. So I've got them down on the cooling rack. Just a few more. Some of them are fat. Let's see, I can't remember. Did I tell you it takes 30 minutes? It took about 30 minutes for them to cook. Now, you know, depending on your oven. And also, if you don't fill them this full, I actually filled them way too full. So 2 tablespoons. And that one ran over. So the next time I make them, I'll know. And see, if you decide to do it, then you can learn by my mistakes. And yours will be perfect, see? So I can be the guinea pig. Anyway, while they're cooling, I've got a real treat for you. I'm going to take you over to one of their signature businesses here in Johnston County. And I don't know whether to call it home decor because they have everything. The name of the business is Dwayne's, and they're right on I-95, and they get a lot of business traffic from the interstate. But they have some beautiful fall decorations, and they do a big Christmas open house, and they have a huge Christmas department. So when Christmas comes around, we'll go back and take another look. But anyway, I wanted you to see all their fall decorations, and they're just really pretty. So while the cupcakes are cooling, I'm going to put that video on and let you enjoy some beautiful, beautiful fall decorations. And like I said, they have everything. They have clothing, they have food, they have a huge garden area. So if you're ever over on I-95 at exit 95, I think, close to Selma, Smithville, here in Johnston County, then it's worth a stop. So anyway, while these are cooling, I'm going to put the video in and let you enjoy that. And then I'll be back. Okay, we've got them cooling, and we're going to go ahead and start on our buttercream frosting. And by the way, I will put the recipe for the cupcakes and the buttercream frosting down below. So if you decide that you want to make these, and then I'll put a link. I'll try to get a link to the edible decorations if you want to purchase some of those from Amazon. I don't remember how much they were, but they weren't very much. So we're going to start with two sticks of softened butter. Now I left this out last night, and probably a lot of you have made buttercream frosting, so it's pretty simple. But I left this out last night, so it's really soft. So you can't do it with hard butter. It has to be really soft. So I'm going to bring you down so you can watch me get this started. And let's see. It calls for 2 sticks. And this is really soft. I don't know if any of you ever went trick-or-treating when you were young. My boys went trick-or-treating. We lived out in the country. We didn't have many folks out in the country, so that participated. So I would take them downtown to their friends, and they would trick-or-treat down there. And oh boy, was it really on when they came home and put all of their goodies out. See what all they got. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mix this, get this creamed, and then we'll start adding the confectioner's sugar. If you can see that. Had a pretty low speed going. I just want it it'll start creaming together when I start getting the sugar in there. It takes about 4 cups of powdered sugar, which is a pound bag. I think we'll make this look like blood. I've got some red food coloring, so the kids might enjoy that. So I'm going to start adding the sugar. I've got it on low speed now, because if you don't do that, we'll have powdered sugar everywhere. So while I'm mixing this up, it's going to take a few minutes. And you add whipping cream to it as well. So like I said, a little bit of vanilla. I think it's 3 tablespoons of whipping cream. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up, and I'll bring you back when it's ready. Okay, so we've got this going. It's almost ready. I've decided I think we're going to make some blood. I think we'll make it bloody. I was going to mix the red and the yellow together and make an orange, but then I decided, you know, I think blood would be better. They said be careful about putting the liquid in here, but the buttercream is looking good. You can see it, it's delicious. So we're going to give a few drops of red. If you've ever made red velvet cake, you know that's a mess. But it is Halloween, so we will grab the cupcakes and we'll get those around here. Get you over here to where you can see what I am doing. Okay. pretty good. Okay, let's see what our frosting is going to do here. This one kind of overflowed a little bit, as you can see. But it's all in the experimentation, you know. All in the experimentation. So I won't take that to the kids. I might just eat that one myself. Okay. This in. And we'll get this iced up pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and ice these, and I'll bring you back when I finish. Okay, we've got them iced. I would tell you that they are tricky to ice. I don't know that I would actually ever use these Tulip cupcake liners again or not. I added some more milk to my frosting because, you know, it was really thick, which made it a little bit better to spread. So I got them decorated, well, I got them frosted, and I bring it in. We're gonna put the cats and the bats and the cats and the bats and the pumpkins. We have a few pumpkins. We got some witches' hats. So we're gonna sit that right in there. Got some pumpkins. I can't believe these are edible. I've not actually tried to eat one. I did read the reviews. The reviews said they were kind of bitter. So here we got a ghost. Another black cat. Spooky, spooky witch's hat. And we got another pumpkin. We'll plot right there. Let's try a bat over here. They are really cute. Got a spider web. Another bat. Okay. And we will finish up with a pumpkin. So there you have it. Nice little Halloween treat with all of our tricks that we added. So keep that in mind. If you use, if you decide to use these Tulip cupcake liners, remember it's tricky to ice them around all the different curvatures of the liner. So maybe if I had not filled them that full, it would have been a little easier to decorate. So anyway, it's a great treat and the kids will love it. So that's what counts. And I did some troubleshooting for all of you today. So if you decide that you want to make this, then you know all my mistakes, so don't repeat those. So I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video of Dwayne's. I forgot to mention to you, ask if you enjoyed it. But it is a beautiful place, isn't it? It's really pretty. So you better have your wallet ready when you go, because there's some really pretty stuff over there. So anyway, I want to thank you all for joining me today. And I do want to say one word on a little more serious note. We know that Election Day is coming up, and I will be working at the polls that day. I've done my training, so I'm going to be a poll worker. So I'm excited about doing my civic duty there. So I want to remind you all to please go out and vote. This is a very important election. And if you can't get out to vote, you can request an absentee ballot, and they will mail it to your home. If you need to, if you're have problems walking and you can get there, but don't feel you can walk or stand in line, we can do curbside voting. There's curbside voting. They'll send a poll worker out, and you can vote right from the convenience of your car. And of course, there's early voting. So the voting in North Carolina started here today. So we'll be voting people here for the next few days. And so I encourage you all to go vote. That is the one thing that we can do if we're not satisfied with our government or with our leaders, we have our voice, and we all have a voice. So I encourage you all to go out and vote. Even now, you can go ahead and vote. Just check with your state and see what your regulations are. So with that said, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you have enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed watching us trick up these cupcakes. So anyway, I will see you next week. And remember, our motto here at the Reluctant Retiree is do all you can for as many as you can for as long as you can. So with that said, I'll see you next week, and please go out and vote.